Hit it, Logan.
It's X After Hours Podcast with Mariah and Ty.
Your weekly download of X92.9's X Afternoons extracurricular activities. Enjoy.
This week on X After Hours.
Well, shit, I don't know. Write them a message, you guys, and say, hey, is there dole in this? I need to know.
It's because you're a man. Nobody wants to be looked at by a man.
Whoa! I can golf on my iPad? This is amazing.
Little finger dabble?
Right, you take Sam, get it going.
Honestly, that's better than I thought it would
You
go.
won't know in the edit. Sam providing the beers today for episode 19.
Thanks,
It
Sam.
is Medicine Hat Brew Co. Pineapple Sour, Tart Juicy Tropical. I'm excited. They always deliver.
Wow.
It's good stuff. Oh,
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I really like
that's
that.
summer in a can.
That's a very pineapple taste.
Yep.
That's pineapple and tart.
You
that's
think
for
they
sure.
put a little Dole juice in there?
Dole juice in this?
Just a little bit.
I mean, there's no Dole on the can.
Or, whatever the Alberta fucking...
I think Dole is
version
in
of Dole.
Alberta. Dole is in Alberta.
Sorry.
Dole is worldwide.
The secret ingredient.
No.
is
What does it say? What is this? It says, made with a kettle soured beer composed of pale to...
They said they have a healthy dose of real pineapple, okay?
Yeah.
Dole's real pineapple.
Well, shit, I don't know. Write them a message, you guys, and say, hey, is there Dole in this? I need to know.
I like this.
I think there's Dole in this beer.
It even smells pineapple-y. Good pick.
Very summery.
Way better than whatever the fuck you bought last time.
I don't remember what he bought.
Oh, that was the...
Triple IPA,
There was nothing-
quadruple
I don't
IPA.
wanna
Triple IPA was okay, but
I don't
it was
want to
the...
shit on any brands that we buy, but I...
Well, the thing
was
is
no
I don't
good.
research the beers before I go in. I just pick one when I go in, just based on what they have. I really should research like good beer to try,
Oh.
as opposed to
All right, well,
freewheeling it when I get in there. I'm like, what's not $30 for 4? Good.
good pick.
Yeah.
The hot news today, Apple unveiled its Apple Vision Pro, and Mariah, the biggest Apple fan I know, could not be more excited for this product.
I told you I don't want this shit. I don't want it. I don't...
But you've been funding them.
No,
You've been funding this
you're
research.
Right. The 4 iPhones I've purchased in my
And your
life
MacBook.
since 2010. That's
and
right. I'm keeping
all
them
the
going.
chargers you've been buying.
They're aftermarket.
Sam, are you an iPhone person?
I
Yeah.
unfortunately own, other than Apple Watch, pretty much everything else is Apple.
I like the consistency of all the products being together on one platform. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My
And that's
phone.
why they made this headset.
Okay, but this
You
is...
can look at your laptop
Nobody's asking for
and
this.
use it.
Nobody's asking for this.
But no one was asking for the iPhone either, and they did it. Remember? We used to just have Blackberries, and we were fine with it. And then they said, how about a touch screen? And now everyone's
But this
doing
is a
it.
whole different thing. This isn't just like a different phone. This is something that you wear to your face. Like I said, this... Fuck, I wish I had my laptop today.
Let's have Sam and Logan just insert a quick clip of that intro video that's been circulating right here.
Introducing Apple Vision Pro. The era of spatial computing is here. When you put on Apple Vision Pro, you see your world and everything in it. Your favorite apps live right in front of you, but now they're in your space. This is Vision OS, Apple's first ever spatial operating system. It's familiar, yet groundbreaking. You navigate with your eyes. Simply tap to select, flick to scroll, and use your voice to dictate.
But yes, it's like a headset. It's like an Oculus headset.
What? Sorry, Sam, go ahead.
That, by the way, that teaser is creepy as fuck, right?
That's
like,
what I'm
not
saying.
the only one who thought that whole thing was just very weird, like futuristic, like exactly what we wanted to avoid with like AI and
But
tech.
that's what I mean. And I bet you the person who's narrating that video isn't even a real person. It's probably an AI voice. That's right. But I think that what bothers me the most about this is before Black Mirror was like really popular, it was still just on in the UK. It was not a Netflix thing yet. I watched an episode that was exactly this, except it was a little bit more futuristic. It was basically, didn't you say that, what's his face, Elon Musk has a product
He's got
like
a brain chip coming out.
Exactly. So this
is more like
need
Ready
to-
Player One to me.
Yeah.
I need to Google
I saw the
this.
comparison online of Ready Player One to this headset, and I was like, "Whoa, that's pretty close."
Did you hear about like Elon's brain chip? How unsuccessful it's been? In,
Yeah, well,
animal
who's
trying-
signing up to get a chip in their brain?
Okay.
Dude, some of the Twitter fanboys would probably line up at
This-
Twitter HQ for that.
That's awful. This episode of Black Mirror came out in 2011. All right, so this is how
Been going that long?
Yeah, but this was before it was Netflix. So
Okay.
It's called The Entire History of You. And essentially, people have a drive, a chip that's implanted into their brain that now gives them a smart lens in their vision. And their whole day is recorded back into their brain for an accessible log that you could put up on a heads-up display. So let's say you're not really paying attention to your, I don't know, meeting at work or something or whatever. You can watch back your heads-up display. Basically, this episode, this man and this woman, they're having issues in their marriage, and every fight that they have, they go back to their heads-up display, and they're like, "Oh, well, you didn't say that."
That
and
sounds
like,
so handy.
"Yeah, I did." And they scroll back and they watch it. And the end of the episode, basically, this man and this wife discover that they've each been cheating on each other. And they can see it in their fucking heads-up display, and it's insane. Their whole life is like made up of these fake memories that are like impounded in through these brain chips.
I don't think it was the brain chip's fault though. They sound like they're bad people.
Well, yeah, but the brain chips corrupted them into lies and into having these tools to facilitate like them cheating and stuff. And I was like, this is fucking crazy. And the episode is so much like that teaser trailer for this product. I got so freaked out when we were talking about this earlier this week.
So hypothetically, here's my take on that. The chip isn't making them bad people. They're already bad people.
Yeah, me too. I think that too.
Like I don't know. There's good and bad to this.
That
'Cause, like,
sounds so easy
is
to
it
be
gonna
like,
work?
"Oh, the chip made me cheat." Sorry.
Oh, I know that. I know.
Ty, you know, like like when you're playing Xbox, you're playing PlayStation, and something fucking crazy happens in one of your games, and you're like, I gotta clip that. You can do that with your
with
fucking
real life
goggles.
Well, let's talk about some of the features of this
I don't want to
Applevision
promote
thing.
this anymore.
No, it's interesting. I mean, no one can afford it. It's like $3,599 US.
That's the saving grace, is that
So-
people are not going to be able to afford this.
Yeah, and like no one with any sense of style is going to walk around the street with this on, but I do think it will catch on. I know it's like
Eventually.
a bulky thing that goes in your face, but think about over-ear headphones back in the day. People were probably like Mariah, and they're probably like, no, sound was meant to be heard just through your ears. There should be nothing delivering the sound right to your ears. And now everyone walks around with their headphones in,
This is a
right?
ploy by Big Sound.
I don't. Who knows? But it's got like a giant AR thing where it's like alternate reality, so you can put your screen up, you can look at your laptop, and it will just be blown up.
So it's supposed to be like you have a monitor accessible to your vision at all times.
Yeah, and it also works as a VR, like with just like the click of a button, which is just unbelievable. It will like scan your environment to reduce the clutter in a busy space. You can look at photos. You can take photos with it on. You didn't like that he was taking pictures of his kids wearing it. It did look really weird as shit, that
But
part.
like, I mean, you know what? To your point though, you're one step away. Like, what the fuck is the difference between being like, "Oh, smile, kids," click, and then being like, "Smile, kids." Like,
It's true though. Like it probably will take off. Like the way they hype this up, like it's their next big thing. Like it'll probably take a couple years and a couple knockoff versions from other companies, but like people will wear it. It'll
like
happen.
I mean, if you showed, like, again to your point, if you
like
had
what do
showed,
we have to hide? We're public figures in local media. Like all our stuff's out there.
well, it's not about that, but I just think it'll be bizarre to see not see people's eyes. I think that's the difference in the headphone
People
culture
thought it was
shock.
weird to not see their ears, I'm sure.
No, but I'm saying, like, even if you're walking around on the street, how many times when you're walking do you go and you look and you make eye contact with somebody just casually as you're walking by? Or when you're going and you're ordering something from somebody in a coffee shop, you're looking at their eyes when you're talking to them. I think it would be like such a jarring thing to get used to seeing people having these massive ocular impediments, right? Like, it's just like, I don't know.
I try my absolute best not to make any contact or eye contact with
Or
anybody
physical.
on the street.
Yeah.
Or physical, you know,
There's
like
a
especially
generation
physical.
difference.
but-
Sam's like, I don't look at fucking anybody.
No, because every time I look someone in
kidding.
the eye, we just have this like awkward connection where we're both like,
It's because you're a man. Nobody wants to be looked at by a man.
they
Well,
think
then
I'm
he
the
needs
creepy
that
guy.
thing. 23 million pixels in
Men
two
are
displays.
checking out women secretly everywhere.
I was saying, like, if
oh
you're,
my god, that's a whole new problem. They could just record women all the fucking
or like if
time.
we're in a work meeting, you could just be pretending to be paying attention, and really you're watching like your Bridgerton show, and I don't know, I have no fucking clue.
Wow.
Think about that.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
Like, in between, you'd be like, yeah, that's great. Mhm.
Tie.
What?
Instead of porn phone,
Oh yeah, it'd
they've
be
opened
porn
up
headset.
the future.
There'd be tons of use
Wait,
for
wait.
that. I'm certain.
Is there sound in this thing, or does it
Yes.
go to a pair? Like, can you hear the sound?
It's got
like,
spatial audio.
So you would, so other people would hear it.
Probably,
Well,
yeah.
So
I bet
couldn't
you
just-
there's a feature for not.
But here's
that.
where it fails, though. Like, if you want to watch a movie with someone, you both have to have these on, essentially.
But that's what I mean. It's a very like singular
Yeah.
thing. It's not something that like promotes
Let me pet.
talking to other people.
Let me spend
Well,
$10,000.
but it does, though, through its FaceTime. Everyone's talking about how great the FaceTime
fucking
is. with it.
real face to face.
Yeah. How does it film you?
Is it just your eyes?
What?
Yeah, it's
eye
like the
time?
Tony Stark display.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. Hey, Sam, how's it going? That's
No,
so jokes.
I don't
Just
know.
zoomed in, like your nose and like the top of your eyes. That's all it takes.
Yeah, VR is slowly catching on. I think it'll blow up in like 10 years. Who knows? And then the chips will come.
But I also heard though, and I've been reading this a lot, that like our nephew's generation, because we have nephews the same age, which is funny. Like Emery and Parker are gonna be like not wanting to have cell phones at all.
Yeah, until Minecraft 2 comes out on that cell phone.
But
Then they're going to be hooked
but
on
because they're gonna be so ignored by their parents on their phones all the time,
Oh.
that they are going to have zero association. It's gonna
But
be
don't
like
you see a million kids and like, I don't know, this is probably fine.
yeah, but that's
They're
not the
watching-
latest.
too.
That's not the latest though. Like I'm talking the new babies.
So Parker, your little nephew, has never watched a video on YouTube.
I don't know about your brother and sister-in-law, but my brother and my sister-in-law do not let their child watch any screens.
Not at all.
That's
Literally,
wild.
yeah.
That's like-
if he's like if the let's say for instance like they're pretty they only have one kid, so maybe it would be harder if you had more children to watch, but if there was like a TV on in the background, we're all at my parents' house, they will like turn their baby away from the TV. Yeah.
When Chloe was up north, Chloe's my girlfriend for anybody. I don't mention her a lot, but on the podcast. But she went and lived up north in Lacrete, Alberta, for a year, and it was like a religious colony. And so like same thing, like the kids would never have like phones, and like they would get like maybe 30 minutes of screen time a day. There was like no music when you went into grocery stores. Like it was like a different world.
Wow,
But I
that's
feel
been
like
intense.
those kids might be more well adjusted than the kids who were like iPad kids, right?
I think everything in moderation.
I
That's what
agree.
I
I mean, there's
think.
two extremes.
But they were
right?
saying,
Yeah.
like, picture if you grew up in the 50s, if you were a child who was born in the 50s or the
You'd have some
60s.
great Facebook memes.
But think, you probably only had like one TV in your home.
yeah,
if
you had
that.
one channel. You had to watch the
But that's what I
Flintstones
mean.
promote
And so,
cigarettes.
so how many hours would that child have grown up in front of a screen versus the children now?
I don't know. My dad thinks technology is the coolest shit in the world, and he did not have that stuff.
It is cool.
He's
it's
like,
great. Yeah.
whoa, I can golf on my iPad? This is amazing.
How old's your dad?
It's like 68 or something?
Dude, our dad's in the
69,
same age,
70?
yeah. And
I
my
don't
dad
know.
is so tech illiterate.
Oh, your dad doesn't like it at all? My
No.
dad's like obsessed with it.
My dad got hacked one time, and now he's afraid that every email is a phishing email. Like,
You know what
it's
though?
hilarious.
That's the same as my dad. It's good. It's good too.
My 100-year-old grandpa checks his email.
It's
Yeah, oh yeah,
impressive.
my like grandfather was better with his stuff. He was like 95. And my dad's like 30 years younger than him. And
Well, some people just don't got it, you know. Some
He-
people
he don't got it.
understand tech, and that's fine. My mom can't like figure out a remote, so
I still can't figure out
Now,
the remote
you
sometimes.
can't figure out the remote.
I'm like, Tyler, the sound bar. What the
How do
hell?
I turn it on? Which one's the power for that?
I have
If only
6
you had your
remotes.
headset to turn it on. You just have to look at it.
Mariah, how do you think your dad would react to this like headset?
Yeah, this
thing?
Wayne-like
I-
technology.
Kind of. You know what I think my dad could use it for? And I think that this is like, it would just be funny. My dad watches a lot of like car reviews on YouTube. Loves watching car reviews. He loves watching street bike reviews. So I feel like if there was a way to like have those reviews where the VR is like you are in the vehicle and you're basically experiencing it in VR, what it would be like to drive the car. My dad would fucking love that.
Yeah, they do have that, I think, already.
Do they?
Yeah.
See, and he would be like, "This is
VR
great."
racing on computers, right?
They've got lots of VR.
Or just
You can do
just
almost
anything, right? Like something that would be super immersive like that, like where a product you want to try to buy, but you don't want to, whatever.
I want to know what it's like to just like select something with your eyes. Like, I'd like to watch this, and you just look at it. Like, that blows my mind.
How many mistakes would be made though?
Tons.
Is it going to be as shitty as when you try and use your face to control a TikTok thing? Like, like the games on the TikTok.
For 3,599 American, it better be better.
Yeah, where you like do this, or you like blink and it doesn't start the TikTok on time. Like,
I'm not even on that part of TikTok. I'm not making TikToks. I'm just like scrolling through Pedro Pascal book talk things.
I can't wait for all my friends to be really scared about this thing. Like, it's too personal, like scanning their eyes. And I'm like, you literally scan your face on Snapchat all the time.
To unlock your phone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's definitely there. I don't want something attached to my face. Like, that's what I do not want that. Like, I don't want, like, at least your phone, you don't want it. You can put it down.
Put it down.
Bye. You can shut it off.
It's still listening to you.
I know,
That's
but I'm
true.
just saying there's the option to physically separate yourself to just have, like, if I don't want to use this, I don't have to use this,
I hope that one day we get the eye chips from Futurama.
Those are there.
The
Like,
iPhone.
what's his, Elon Musk?
Elon Musk. Do you think one last question on the Appleverse or Apple Vision Pro? Do you think it will use the same charger as other Apple products, or will it be a brand new one?
No, there will be a $2,000 charger.
Yeah,
for
it'll
this
be a
one.
brand new outlet. They'll be like, sorry, we made an E-type charger, so it's completely different. $600.
Oh my God.
New cord,
There
new
you
wall
go.
outlet.
New wall outlet.
You need it.
It's X After Hours with Mariah and Ty.
It's like X Afternoons, but in podcast form.
Okay, so earlier on the show this week, I was kind of blabbing in my mouth about how I was like, I hopped a Meridian in my vehicle, right? And to give a little bit of preface here, Sam, you know my vehicle, you've seen it. It's the same with you, Ty. I have a 2005 Nissan Xterra.
Doesn't one of the doors not work?
That's right. I did hit a pole. That was my own fault. I was
You are
being an idiot.
crushing it.
No, that was like 3 years ago when I first started driving it. I sold my car. I had like a new Mustang. I paid it off. And I was like, I need the cash because it's the pandemic. So I was like, I'll just take this cash from this paid off vehicle. Sold it. Anyways, then my parents had a vehicle at their shop that somebody just didn't come pick up. So my dad was like, why don't you just drive this? And I was like, okay. So I started driving it around. Thought it would drift the same as my Mustang. Definitely not. Definitely hit a pole. And then ever since then, I've been really taking care of the thing for a while. That was my only accident. But anyways, I guess last week, I was like, I'm going to hop this Meridian on Deerfoot because there was a steady sudden backup all of a sudden on Deerfoot as I was going into work. And I was just past, like Sam, I was just past the 16th Ave, off ramp.
Yeah,
So
and
I
then
was
the
like,
lane ends.
that's what I mean. So I was like, I
Yeah.
can still make this. So I slowed down. I was like, I'm just going to hop this little Meridian. Me and another dude in a Tacoma, we were like, all right, we'll just go. So I did it. No big deal. Everything's fine. Go to work. No big deal. Leave to go to work. Drive all the way home to Airdrie. All of a sudden, I start rolling in my neighborhood, which is why I think it happened at the last bit of my drive. And I'm like, whoa. I turned down my music and I was like,
I knew it.
Was there a rattle?
I knew it. I knew it probably wasn't okay, but your music was so loud you didn't hear anything. Because
Yeah.
I hear your headphones in there sometimes, and I'm like, oh my
well,
God.
no, listen, I'm not like driving around cranking my music, but I think I was just at a highway speed.
Sure.
So I didn't hear. But by the time I slowed down to pull into my cul-de-sac, I'm like, is there a shitty Honda Civic behind me that
Or is
has...
that me?
I was like, wait a second. So I turned on my music and it was just like this low rumble. I was like, somebody fucked up something or I fucked up something. And it sounds like I put an exhaust on the Xterra.
Holy shit.
And I was like, holy fuck. And I thought like maybe like I just did some work to it a couple months ago and there was an exhaust leak and I had to put on like a new ring or whatever, like a new seal on the exhaust. So I got that done. And I was like, okay, maybe something happened there. So I pull into the
Yeah,
driveway.
it wasn't me hopping the...
Just relax, okay? So I pull into the driveway. I go in and I'm like to Mr. Bunce. I'm like babe. He's like, what? And I'm like, the Xterra, you gotta go look at it. And he's like, oh my fucking God. He's like, what? What now? And I was like, I don't know. It's very loud. Let's take a look. So we get out there. He's like, well, there's your fucking problem. And I look at literally like the exhaust pipe had a size of like probably bigger than the diameter of this can.
You
like,
should take a
like
picture
a
of it.
grapefruit. Yeah, I will. Like a grapefruit punched hole into the fucking exhaust. And I feel like the support that would have been welded to where it was, like on the back end, kind of rusted out a bit. And I think when I hopped the curve, the rust just fell out and it popped out a hole. So he's
What song were you jamming out to that was so good that you just didn't even hear that?
Actually, I've been listening to like a lot of like older like Latino like hip hop. Like I had
I
on
could
some
see
classics
it,
like
yeah.
some Don Omar. Like
Did you have Miami on? Will Smith,
yeah,
and
yeah, a
you're just
little Will
like-
Smith tune. No, and
Just
I
driving to work, no care in the world. People probably saw it and were like, what the hell?
I honestly just think it was like a chunk that was rusted out that I just did it dirty by
Okay.
hitting that curb. So now I get inside, I tell Tyler this, he has to go, Mr. Bunce, I tell Mr. Bunce this, and he has to go to work. And he's like, well, what are we going to do now? He's like, you could drive that around. I'm like, I'm not driving that from Airdrie to downtown every day. He's like, fine, I'll switch you vehicles. You take my Jeep. And he's got a brand new Jeep. So I'm driving around in a brand new vehicle for the first time. I'm like,
Wow.
oh, leather seats. It's great. Air conditioning. It's fabulous. Yeah, so now
So
I
you
don't know.
made him do the farther drive in it.
No, he took it up to where he's working in Sylvan
Yeah.
Lake because he's going to go get it fixed up there because he has more time. He can go do that. And he works with all his friends. So they're all carpooling. Like he's living in a house with his
Oh, okay.
friends.
A
So I'm
party
like,
house.
yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was actually going to ask you if I could borrow your car. But I thought there'd be no way you'd
Oh
let me
my
take
God. Yeah, I could see it. Oh, hey, Ty, sorry.
So, but you
I
never
drifted
drive
this thing.
anywhere. You never drive. So
I have
was
to
like,
drive later this week for the
okay,
movie
but I meant like
screening.
for like a couple days. I was like, you know
Oh.
what? Good old buddy Ty will let me take
I'd
his
be like, better
Subaru.
gas it up.
Yeah, well, yeah. I would have been like, here's a 12-pack. Let me take the car. But I would have been worried. You would have been, I don't know, nervous to let me drive your vehicle.
I would have been
So-
nervous. I would have been.
There we go. So, you know.
So you have lots of problems with this vehicle, don't you?
But
I mean, how many kilometers does it have?
325,000.
Oh.
So she's ready to go. She's ready
She's
to die.
young.
No, that's like the end of the life,
No,
baby.
but Sam, like, picture this. So I had a new vehicle that I paid off, and I was like, I'm gonna sell this privately. I got sweet cash, put that away, and then I was like, I'll
How
just
much did you
drive
get
a
for that?
POS. I'm not disclosing that on
Okay.
the. You know, it was enough to pay
So-
off my multiple credit cards that I had to pay
Sure.
somebody
I know
down.
you like your Facebook Marketplace hunting.
I
So now are
know.
you hunting for like used vehicles?
Oh my God.
Marketplace?
Don't even open that up to her.
Think
It's
about
just
it.
all of a sudden her time is gone.
No, I haven't looking. No, here's the deal. So this is what we're doing. But anybody who's on the market right now to buy a truck knows how absolutely fucked it is. Yes, you know. So Mr. Bunce, I don't know why I'm calling him Tyler today. Mr. Bunce is looking for a truck because he has his own company. And he's like, you take my Jeep, I will get us a truck, and then we can have a
Jeez.
new vehicle. He was looking for a truck anyways for a while, for the past year. But now it's like we can't put it off any longer. However, we started looking around at some like 2020s, 2021. You can't find shit, and all of a sudden it's
You're
like,
almost better
wow.
to buy new.
You literally, I'm like, you must have to be.
My girlfriend just bought that vehicle new.
Yeah.
It was like available.
There's no
All
difference.
the other ones were gone, and like the depreciation was like the same.
Well, that's what I mean. And I'm like,
Makes
okay,
no sense.
like
the
if
amount
you
of
want
money.
well, yeah,
Because
like,
you
It's
have
like
to
the
give
same
it to
cost
them.
now.
You have to give
It
it
is
to
the
them
same
up
cost.
front too
Yeah.
if it's a private sale.
Probably get a better warranty
well,
too.
we
if you
were
get
just
it new.
looking at
Yeah.
a couple traded ins, and I was like, hey, let's look for something under like 80,000K, like maybe something 50,000K, 40,000K.
You have to
They're
make payments.
That's what I mean. They're literally well, we're not gonna buy it cash, but I was like, we'll just. Anyways, it was just crazy to
You're gonna
me.
buy it if you did buy it cash.
No,
I'd
what do
be
you,
like,
what do you mean?
what
We're making
hell
the
is
same
going
money.
on? Yeah.
Can you buy a new vehicle?
No, I
cash?
certainly
No.
can't.
So funny. We rolled into one dealership, and they're like, "So cash or finance?" We're like, look at us. Look at what I'm wearing right now. I was like,
They were like,
Were
"These
you
guys
wearing
got
your
cash."
jumpsuit?
We
Had a
heard you
tracksuit.
roll
Had
up
a
with that.
tracksuit,
We
yeah.
heard you roll up with that aftermarket exhaust, and we knew you can do cash.
look at what we're driving right now, people. Yeah, I got my tracksuit on. Yeah, it was brutal. But anyway, so we're on the lay market, and I have a feeling our dreams are going to be crushed here.
When I started looking for new cars after all the shit that happened in August to my car,
Yeah.
I realized that honestly it was way cheaper and better to just stick it out with my car because like
Sam, how many payments have you made on that car of yours?
I've probably spent like
You-
10 grand in the last
that's
3
what I
months
mean.
You
fixing
could
it.
probably
You
like
have
another
dumped-
5, and you could have probably.
You have dumped
Started going on a
more
new
money
one.
into that car
That
than we
thing
could
is
flip it for.
basically brand new.
You must love that car.
I do.
It's a good impression.
Except when it dumps coolant all over the X parking garage.
Dumps
That's great.
coolant. Like, what else happened? Did the brake lines give out yet? Like, what's happening?
No,
Is
brake
someone
lines are good.
sabotaging you?
No, my engine blew out last summer.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I drove Matt to like an event, and when I pulled up to like drop him off, my car started like shuddering a little bit, and I didn't
Oh,
really think too much about
no.
it. And then I like drove it home, and then I went to go to an event, and I started the car up, and it was like being on when you get pulled up a roller coaster, like like when they
Sure.
take you
Sure.
up and it's like herky jerky. It was like
That's not good,
it was
buddy.
so bad.
That's always fun. Well, my windshield's fucked, so there we go. I can commiserate.
What do you mean? Because you never drive anywhere? What happened?
Yeah, it's just fucked. It's got a chip in it on the very side. I was very annoyed.
Oh, a chip.
Yeah.
Sam and I were
And
over
it's
here
like
like, we don't
$300
know if
piece
we
of
can
glass.
It's
drive.
all the way across, you guys. It fucking sucks. So
Windshields are expensive.
How
but
much did they
Yeah.
quote you at for that exhaust system?
that new
I
one you got
didn't.
put in.
I didn't deal with it yet.
Oh,
I just left it to Mr. Bunce, and I said,
Did he plug it with Floam?
Floam?
"Oh, I don't
'Cause
think
that's what
you
you
could.
use to do
I don't
that.
think. Yeah, like it could be a patch kit on the
But they
exhaust, but I
kind
was
of
like,
liked it. They liked the sound, so they're thinking about keeping it.
definitely not. No. More importantly, I'm just like, we should look at trucks and try and close in on something. But that's the other thing is, you go anywhere and there's literally nothing and anything that's affordable. Or
It's
we
because
looked
the
at something
housing
and they're like,
market's so bad. People are just living in cars now.
or I don't know, all of a sudden everybody just the truck value. I was like, what do you mean $80,000 for a truck? It's insane. That's like what people
Yeah.
are. I'm like, how? Like
That's
how
pretty
are
much
people
every
able-
vehicle. My brother told me all about it, how like all the cars are expensive now.
Yeah, everything's expensive. So
I was looking at like used SUVs. They're still like 27 grand.
Yeah.
They have like 100,000 kilometers on them. It's like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Hey, what about my idea to give away a car on this show?
what do you wanna
Remember
give
when I
away
said we
the
should give away a
Xterra?
car? No, we're not going to give away your car. I meant like we say we're giving away a car, but we give like away a brand new Hot Wheels.
House
was
of
my
Cars,
idea.
sponsor us.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically it's still a car.
Or Toys
I don't
R
know.
Us.
Sure. Don't threaten me with a good time.
free
Don't
Hot
send
Wheels,
me
baby.
to Toys R Us. That'd be a bad time.
Wow. So vehicle hunt. Now that's my new obsession.
Facebook Marketplace all over again. You're hooked.
You want to help me start looking?
Nope.
You're diving a little deeper into the world of Mariah and Ty with the X After Hours podcast.
All right. Now it's on to that time of
Mariah and Ty's review of the week.
It's time for Mariah and Ty's review of the week.
I actually have a food one, so I'll go first.
Yeah. I've been looking forward to this all day.
I saw this on the shelf, and I didn't know that this was a real thing. It's called a Nutter Butter.
I don't know how you haven't had these before. They're
good.
so good.
I've
So
never
good.
had these in my life. I'm
Tell the
blown
real
away.
reason why you brought
Because I
them
thought
in.
it said something else on the box. It wasn't until I got to checkout that I realized it said Nutter Butter, which I still think is a little weird.
Are you
What'd you
doing the
think it said?
NSFW product review?
This pretty much is at this point.
Ty, what did you think it said?
What do you think I thought it said?
Well, I want you to say it.
No, I'm not going to say it. I'm trying to get canceled.
Canceled.
Yeah, who knows?
That would be more so inclusive.
All right, who wants a nut butter?
Yeah, I want 2 or 3, please.
Oh my God. All right, well, while I struggle with this package, or I guess we'll all review it at the end. Okay, there you go, Mariah. Take 2. I'll toss one to
Oh,
Sam.
these are so fucking good. I haven't had one of these in a long time.
All right, Sam, here you go. I'm throwing one at you.
Don't waste it. Catch it, Sam. Nice.
Nice catch.
Oh,
Sam! We got a nut butter down on the pod.
That one got launched.
Well,
That is so fucking
So
good.
what is in this?
It's like peanut butter.
It's peanut butter. And it's made with real peanut butter. And it's a fudge-covered peanut butter sandwich cookie. All right. So it's just like, is this like an Oreo covered in fudge?
It's better. I haven't. Oh, fuck. Sorry. That's my reminder to go buy my aftermarket laptop charger on Marketplace.
Oh, you're going to say exhaust, but you already got one.
No. Wow. That is so good. I haven't had one of those in a long time. They're at a pairing with our snack. Look out.
I've never had one, so.
So good.
Not NSFW. French's Ketchup, the product review of the week. Now, I brought this in today because I realized that French's is the unpopular ketchup brand.
I don't know.
But you were making fun of me for this. And then producer Logan is at Matt Berry's apartment there watching Coco for the week, I think. And he said that they also have French's ketchup. Anybody care for a taste?
No, I think I'm good.
Little finger dabble?
I was saying that. Are you driving and just drinking that, sucking that
No.
ketchup back? While you
No.
drive?
No, I'm not.
Oh, well, I can't believe you brought the whole bottle.
It was for my bagel belt that I ate
Did
today.
you bring that from home?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it bad to be unrefrigerated for this long?
probably. I mean, actually, I don't know. They sit on the shelf like that, but you were just, I don't know.
You gotta drink some. You brought it.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
drinking.
you're not going to take a taste? How do we know you've even had this before then?
Open it up.
Don't squirt that on
Put
us.
it like this and just
No, I'm not doing that.
I would.
That would be you. Go ahead. Here.
Bring it on over.
Ready?
Are you going to take a sip
Don't
of it?
throw it, 'cause
You're
I
gonna get her
will.
melt germs on
It'll
it. She's
be
been straight
inappropriate if
Gatorading that.
I do it, but if you do it,
It's a lot of food tossing today on the podcast.
okay, careful for your white shirt.
Yeah, shirt brother, be careful.
Mr. Buns is gonna love that our ketchup has become communal now. Oh, I seen it.
Oh, is that normally just your guys' thing? What Sam does there?
Shut the
A
fuck
little late
up.
night snack from the fridge, a little ketchup.
You know what?
He wants
He's
another.
going back in for another one.
That's better than Heinz, man. That's
It
good.
is. It is good. It's delicious. Thank you.
I wouldn't
have
have
a feeling
more, but that was good.
I have a feeling that all ketchup tastes the same.
Well, it doesn't.
Okay.
Different
well,
recipes.
Sure.
He's going back in.
No, I can't do it.
One uses tomatoes, the other uses tomatoes. So it's crazy. It's very different.
I'll give it a 10 Frenches out of 10.
I would
And
too.
these Nutter Butters, I'll fucking 12 out of 10. They're
Okay,
so
well, I'm
good.
going to give the Nutter Butters an 8 out of 10. I wanted them to be more soft.
They're pretty good.
Sam, what are you reviewing today?
I am reviewing another movie. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I went and saw it on opening night.
Don't give away plot yet.
Oh, I know. There's so much stuff that could be spoiled, too. But overall, incredible. The best takeaway of the whole event for me was going to the movie and realizing that for like an hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes, I didn't realize I was at a movie. I was
What?
that, like, consumed by it and, like, that into it, that all that time had flown by and it didn't feel like... You know that feeling where you're like, I'm at a movie? That was
Oh.
gone.
He didn't mention he watched it on one of the Apple Vision Pro headsets, and he loved it.
I'm an
Sam.
early adopter, thank
Yeah.
you.
How you describe that movie is how I feel about my romance novels.
I think you're going to say French's mustard or French's
Or no, like
ketchup.
my fantasy novels, like I get so enveloped in the plot. Like sometimes I'm just like, hey, I've been reading a book for 3 hours. Like I need
Yeah.
to.
I was telling a friend, and she's like, "That's how I felt when I read Harry Potter." I just, she just flew through them because it was like it was another world.
It's
that
like
you
an
escaped into.
escapism. Yeah.
But like the animation is so well done. I'm glad they delayed it. They took a little bit more time on it. It's fucking unbelievable. And now the countdown till the next movie comes out.
I heard that the next movie, or I don't know if this is a different live action Spider-Man that they're doing, but I heard Donald Glover's going to be in it.
He was in the live action Spider-Man, don't you remember?
Yeah, I guess he was.
He was in
Uncle
Homecoming.
Aaron.
Yes.
But it was
Miles
kind of like a
Morales'
cameo.
uncle.
Yes, it was a cameo because everybody wanted him as Spider-Man. But I
He's
think
going to be the Prowler.
But I think now I heard that they're going to go off of that though more.
I hope they do. I love him in pretty much everything, especially
Yeah.
like Atlanta and Solo and Community.
Yeah.
Like, it's great.
I was reading about that, but
But the whole movie is fucking awesome. So,
What's your score?
Yeah.
How many bags of popcorn out of 5?
5 popcorn bags out of 5, easy. I could
Alright.
give it 6 maybe. Might be a
Wow.
little full, but
so it's really that good, hey?
yeah, I was I mean, like I didn't see the first movie when it was in theaters, right? So because it was like pretty, it wasn't as hyped up. And then I saw it and I went, holy shit, this thing was fucking like a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And then they did it again.
Well,
They did it again.
They have
They
the
did it
cool
again.
soundtracks
They did it
too,
again.
right? Like it's good in that aspect as well. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the beers, the pineapple sour from Medicine Hat Brew Co. I give it a 10 out of 10. Solid pineapple sour.
I agree.
It's great.
Very delish.
I love it. It was awesome.
It was tart and sweet. It's fantastic. It's
I would-
exactly what you want in a
I
summer
wish you
beer.
could make this in like a slushy.
Ooh.
You could probably pour it over ice and then that'd be fine, but I don't know.
We still haven't had our coffee slushy vodka things.
Yeah, we gotta get that going.
One of these days. Well, if you have any questions, you can email us at xafternoons@x929.ca. You can rate and review the podcast. Sam's going in for more French's
Oh
ketchup.
my god. Do you want to keep the bottle?
You
I
got a
didn't
spare
touch
in
it
the
with
car?
my lips. I'm just drinking it.
It's okay. It's all right. We're communal here.
I'm not drinking that.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I shouldn't have done that.
You've been listening to X After Hours podcast with Mariah and Ty.
You want more? Then tune into X Afternoons with these two live on Calgary's alternative X92.9 Monday through Friday 2 to 7 p.m. Mountain Time at x929.ca.
And don't forget to subscribe to this podcast and have the new episode of X After Hours downloaded weekly to whatever device you use.
I don't know. There's something about pooing at a food establishment that just makes me uncomfortable. It's kind of like pooing at a Tim Hortons.